welcome back to my channel. I'm Lori from bookishlylori. If you're not near the Texas area, we just had our hurricane pass through Hurricane Beryl, and I am very fortunate and very blessed that I did not experience any power outages, no damage, so I'm very, very lucky and very fortunate. I know I've been checking on friends, neighbors, coworkers, things like that. A lot of them lost power, and a lot of them did not have a smooth experience, but luckily no one I know personally has damage or anything like that. But I'm definitely thinking about my fellow Texans who might be experiencing some side effects or some damage from the little hurricane that we had passed through. But that being said, I thought I'm going to be in the house for the next few days before I go on a road trip later this week. Gonna kind of just be like having a chance to just chill, relax. Probably gonna be spending some time outside cleaning up all the branches and leaves that fell on my property, and might be spending some time out I have like a little hammock, and I kind of want to like take advantage of, you know, this calm, peaceful time after the storm, and catch up on some reading. And I have been wanting to put together a physical TBR cart for a really long time. So while we were kind of going through the storm last night, and I still had power and everything, I was catching up on YouTube videos, just kind of chilling, hoping that it would kind of pass through, and like thankfully it did. But while I was waiting through the storm last night, I went ahead and I built this physical TBR cart. It was super easy to build, super simple. This is just a basic 3-tier cart that a lot of people on BookTube and like Book Talk, Bookish World have. I went with like this teal blue like color. This is my favorite color. I don't know if it's catching on camera the same color it is in real life, but it's like a true like Tiffany teal blue in real life, so like between a bluish green kind of color. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to a clip of what's gonna be at the top. You'll notice when I put the books on, I'm not using this top row, so I'll insert a clip now of what's gonna go on that top row, but I kind of want to keep it kind of clean and kind of clear. That's where my like reading journal is gonna go, current read, and just annotating, stuff like that, and that's what's gonna be on this top shelf. Okay, so this is what the top of my TBR cart is going to look like. I have a chip from Beauty and the Beast cup. These hold my annotating highlighters, and I'm gonna add like a few pencils in there. I have my current read, Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and my reading journal. So I want to keep the top kind of simple. I'm also going to put my Kindle on here. But yeah, I think this is kind of it for the top. Just keep it very simple. Just, you know, have my current read, my reading journal, Kindle, and I'm going to have my TBR jar here, back there, and chip right there with my annotating materials. And so then we'll put the TBR books on these two bottom shelves. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the books on my TBR that are gonna go on these bottom two rows, and then I also have some stickers that we're gonna use to decorate my TBR cart. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I picked out hopefully more than what I need for my TBR cart. The first two books I picked out, I'm currently reading Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So I also have the next two books in that series. I forgot which order they go into. So either Ricochet and Addicted for now, whichever one. I kind of mix them up. But these two are going to go on the TBR cart because I'm enjoying the first book. I will say it took me a little bit to get into it, but now that I've gotten like a good chunk into it, I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to add those two next books that I have, and of course once I finish these two books, then, you know, keep buying and keep going with the series. I have The Fastest Way to Fall by Denise Williams. This is a romance. It seems about someone who has a lifestyle website, and she's tasked to write about her experience with a new body positive fitness app that includes personal coaching, and it's about her relationship that she builds with her coach from this app. Next up I have Mrs. Big by Marianne Reed. I hauled this in my last June book haul, so this just seemed like a fun, quick read. It's a little bit on the small side, so we're going to add that in there. I have The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is like more of a chunky one. I'm kind of intimidated by the size. It's like, oh, okay. It's about 350 pages. Like, do y'all get like size discrepancy or like size memory loss of books? Because when I read a book on a Kindle and it's 300 pages, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. But then I see it in real life, I'm like, oh, that's kind of chunky. But yeah, this should be, I did try and read this on audiobook and I didn't care for the narration. So when that happens, I'm kind of picky with narrators, to be quite honest, with audiobooks. So I will go ahead and just pick this up physically and not use the audiobook for this one. Okay, I'm going to add this whole trilogy. Well, so far I only have 3 of the books. There's 4, I believe, by Kennedy Ryan. These are the Bennett sister books. So yeah, these are by Kennedy Ryan. I believe they follow sisters. The first one being When You Are Mine, Loving You Always, and Be Mine Forever. There's another one. I just don't have it yet, but I'm going to add this to my TBR. I talked a little bit about how much I have been loving Kennedy Ryan in my previous videos, and so since I own those, I want to catch up on those. I also have the first book in the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. I know this is really popular right now, and I have Brutal Prince, the first book in that series. I believe it's a mafia romance match made in hell. They are in an arranged marriage and they hate each other. Cute. Love that for romance. Okay, so we're starting to fill up. I have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. This is her latest science-based romance. Oh yeah, this is the one that the synopsis reminded me of The Hating Game, where their 2 companies have been merged and they are forced like to work together, things like that. So I haven't read this one yet, but I really want to read it soon, so I'm not spoiled for it, and I can catch up and see what the latest Ali Hazelwood is all about. We're going to add that one. And then I have like a mini haul. These are some books that I have acquired recently that I'm going to be adding on to the TBR cart. I have, and honestly, I don't really know that much about these books. I just picked them up through thrift shopping and things like that. So I found The Coming Calder by Mia Sheridan, An Honest Lie by Taryn Fisher. This is like a thriller. While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. Okay, and now the first... Oh my god, are you kidding me? My neighbor is on his roof blowing leaves. I can see him out the window. Only in Houston. I hope that's not on video. I hope you can't hear him. But yeah, that's my neighbor. He is on his roof blowing leaves and branches off his roof. Like I said, I thankfully, thank God, did not have a lot of damage with Hurricane Beryl passing through. I just had like a lot of branches and leaves falling everywhere. No major like limbs falling off our trees though. We kind of live a little bit in like the country, but nothing hit our cars, thank God. Nothing hit our house. Nothing hit anything. They're just all over my yard, and so my roommate and I are probably going to go out tomorrow and gather up a bunch of branches and put them all together to be disposed. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. I just looked over and I'm like, oh, hello. He's on his roof with his leaf blower. Is he gonna be nice enough to do my yard too? Maybe. Like, hey, help me out. I also have I also have my Magnolia Summer by Victoria Benton Frank, and this is an autograph copy. I found this at Books A Million in like their discount section. Where is it autographed? Oh, she literally autographed it like right under her name. So that's the first book that's going in the bottom shelf. Stay hydrated. I have a copy of I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. This has been on my TBR for a really long time. I think it's about a girl who is really a big fan of this boy band group, kind of One Direction-esque, One Direction adjacent. And I love Alice Oseman from the Heartstopper series. Also have read some of her novels, so this is kind of like the next one in line. So I'm excited about that. Unfortunately, this is one of my pet peeves. It's not a floppy paperback, it's a stiff paperback. And I think that was invented by the devil to destroy my life. I only want floppy paperbacks, so I don't know why this has happened to me. But it's going on the TBR anyway. I also have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I know this is really popular right now. I believe the second in the series has already come out, and the third one is soon to come out as well, so I really need to catch up. And I also tried reading this on audiobook, and the audiobook didn't work for me. So I'm going to have to go ahead and pick this one up physically. But I liked what I had been hearing story-wise in the audiobook. It was just the narrator's voice. It gives me the ick. I have certain narrators, like certain styles, where it just gives me the ick and I just can't. It takes me out of the story. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up physically. Okay, and you guys can't see it, but I actually do need to get a few more books to fill in that bottom row. So let me go and pick some more books from my bookshelves. I've been trying to avoid it because some of my bookshelf is kind of empty. Let me pan up a little bit. So this, I will do a book tour, bookshelf tour later, but some of this is like some of my classics and things like that, poetry collection, and then these are like my contemporary romances, and then like this shelf is like empty because all my Kennedy Ryan books are on my TBR right now. So let me go pick a few more and I'll be right back. And we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and add my 2 latest book of the month picks. These were for June. I just want to let you guys know I unfortunately did not see anything I wanted for July, so I skipped July book of the month. I didn't see anything. Did you guys get a book of the month for July? Because I didn't see anything I wanted, so I hope I didn't like miss out on like something that's a hidden gem or something, but I wasn't interested in any of the synopses for the July picks, so I still have my 2 June picks that I haven't picked up yet. So I have Honey by Isabel Banta and One Star Romance by Laura Hankin. So on the shelf they go. There's a lot of pink on my TBR. I kind of love that. It's so cute. Oh, I still have my half-price books. I still have my half-price books receipt from when I got this book. Oh wow, this is quite a haul. Interesting. Okay. I have The Villain by LJ Shin. I don't know anything about this, just that it's a billionaire romance, Boston Belle series. But it's a floppy paperback, so I love it. I don't really know anything about this other than maybe dark romance, billionaire romance. I've not read LJ Shin before. Persephone. Oh wow. Oh, okay, I feel stupid. This is a Hades Persephone retelling, because there's Persephone and there's a pomegranate on the back. Okay. Ooh. I love when you can like shop your own bookshelves and you like are addicted to buying books and you forget what you buy, and then you like look at the book and you're like, oh wow, this is really good. Who picked this out? Oh, it was me. He's still on the roof. He's not scared at all. This man has no fear. Okay. I also have Flock by Kate Stewart. I remember when like the audio of this book had like been trending on TikTok, and then there was some kind of controversy about the author. I already had this on my TBR. Let me know down below if this is still like worth reading, if you know, I should just kind of ignore the like problematic author stuff and just give this book a try and see if I like it. Do you know anything about it? How do you like it? It is really pretty, and I like the end pages with the raven. So, I think it's supposed to be like an emotional romance, which is what appealed to me because I love emotional type romances with good characterization. So, I hope that's what this is, but I'm gonna add it to my TBR to find out. And the last little chunk of things I'm adding to my TBR, I am currently trying to reread all the Goosebumps series that I read as a child. I have been working on that for like the past year and a half, just slowly working my way through, not forcing myself to read a bunch of them, just kind of enjoying like the nostalgia and reliving the memories of the Goosebumps series, and also having fun collecting them physically in like their original form, like very specifically like with the, let me find one that has like a cute cover, like the bumpy Goosebumps at the top and the number on the spine, like that specific version, the Scholastic one with the Apple Fiction, like it has to be that one. I don't want like the newer versions because these are the versions that I grew up with in my childhood. So it's been really fun like going to thrift stores, half-price books, and trying to find all of them. I am pretty close to completing my collection. I think I have like maybe 25 more books to buy, and then I'll have my full set. But in that, I have not like gone through the whole series and like reread all of like the original 62. So I separated them the other day, like the ones that I had read on my shelf and the ones I haven't read yet. I put them in a separate pile on this lamp. Can't really see, it's like right there. So I just grabbed like a handful of them to put on my TBR, and that way, based on certain prompts, maybe if I pull a prompt for a short book or a horror book, Goosebumps counts as horror, right? So I just grabbed a handful and I'm going to add that to the bottom shelf. And that pretty much fills up my TBR cart for now, leaving a little bit of room for when my reveal book box gets here, hopefully in a few days. It should be shipping. I think we've had some delays with the storm coming. I also ordered a really cute magnet for this TBR cart. I will put a picture of it here, but I'm probably going to save a little space for it. I ordered that on Etsy. It's really cute. I've always wanted that magnet to put on my TBR cart. So that was me picking out all the books that are going on the TBR cart. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the creation of my TBR prompt jar. So I'm making my TBR jar, but tell me I was a former elementary school teacher without telling me I'm a former elementary school teacher. Because if you know, you know, using this like bubble font, it's kind of ugly, but like charmingly ugly, right? Yeah, it'll look cute once it's filled with paper. But using this font on all my anchor charts, I cannot escape the bubble letters. Alright, I really hope you guys cannot hear my neighbor still blowing the leaves out of his yard. But if you can, he stopped. Thanks. He started again. If you can't hear, just ignore it. So this is my little TBR jar. It's clear, so we here see the cute paper. But right now, I'm honestly just keeping it kind of basic. I just have like white paper that I wrote things down on. As I go on and hopefully become successful with this, because I'm a mood reader, so that is why I'm doing a TBR jar, to kind of help me. My goal is honestly to read faster and read more. Being a mood reader, I tend to also read and gravitate towards audiobooks and ebooks, and my physical TBR moves a little bit slower, so that's the goal in creating this TBR. I wanted to go ahead and read you guys the prompts that I wrote. I just wrote them on like notebook paper really fast. I'm gonna cut them out and throw them in the jar. Like I said, maybe in the future if I'm more successful, with this, I will do like different colors for different genres, different things will mean, different colors will mean different things. That would be really cute since the jar itself is clear. Maybe add some stickers to it, whatever. But for now, I just came up with like 20 prompts that I thought would kind of work with the current books I have right now. I would love if you guys would comment below some prompts for my TBR jar that you would want me to include. If you want me to include your name with the prompt when I pull it for my next TBR video, I would love to do that, to shout you out if you have a channel as well. So if you have prompt ideas, feel free to leave them down below. But these are the ones, the 20 that I'm starting out with. So I did a free pick, easy, like a bingo card. Next book in a series, a blue book, a pink book, because blue and pink are like the colors that my books typically are. Those are like the most popular ones for some reason. Book with a real person on the cover. Unpopular opinion, I love people on the cover. Books under 200 pages. On my TBR, the longest amount of time. New to my TBR. Books with a character's name in the title. Book from a new to me author. Book from an author I've already read. It's on the next page. That was not dramatic. Have my roommate choose. That would be fun. Have Yuki choose between two books. Yuki is our cat. So put a treat on a book and have her pick which one she goes to. Highest rated on Goodreads, lowest rated on Goodreads. Read a thriller, read a nonfiction, book with a plus size main character, book with a POC main character, and a classic. So like I said, just 20 prompts that I thought of off the top of my head. If you have any more, please leave them in the comments below. So that was me making my TBR cart and my TBR jar. Next video, I will go ahead and show you guys my summer TBR. So I will use my TBR jar and the prompts from it to pick my summer TBR for the rest of summer, for the rest of July and August. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!